Fiab Valen a halabu donation for fel imich coulter agus gnehe tún bio tuv fri tuv. As jay une oprach an Paris, for Richard Henretti a biog lachig le gach ni frankach. Ach goharai Seann goi funne na Macaron. Vi se gachar ich noch an den bu agus kitchen Ur Amasach.
This is our very big kitchen, a lot bigger to what I'm used to, with enough shelves for macaron to be laid on while they rest, because it takes a macaron about at least an hour to form what's called a skin that lets them go in the oven and rise the way that they should. So we're waiting on our oven, kind of an essential part, but it's not arrived. It's quite scary that it's not arrived actually. And then this whole space will fill up soon. But some macaron that I've had ordered from a regular customer of ours. She's ordered 100 raspberry macaron and 100 salted caramel. And the salted caramel is the best flavour. It's quite a Scottish caramel, like what your granny would make. Using salted butter rather than our sort of Hebridean sea salt at the moment. And they go in the oven for just 12 minutes. 12 minutes is all it takes for some magic. And they rise in the oven and they get what's called a ruffle or a pied, a foot. And that's part of their trademark, the little ruffle on the edge of the shell. They just take that moment longer where they reflect, and that's part of the vintage thing, that life was a bit slower and you could enjoy something without feeling guilty. You know, Parisian women never apologise for eating cake, and yet they still go to a patisserie. The only problem is they're very fragile, so I've got to get these down to Leith. And I'm going to do it on the bus.
Son een pauze get de biagus toch goed machanje vluchtter. Had she a Paris heen gewie klechtig os aan gen vu, het je aan of Truscan vintage.
Vintage fits everywhere. It's I think it's just coming back, and people want to feel back in time, and they're nostalgic of that time. So it's nice to see the elegance of that time back here. This is Mademoiselle Fanny, and I got it here in Edinburgh in second hand. Somebody didn't want it her anymore, so had to find a new home. And I was like, that's going to be perfect for MademoiselleMacaron's shop. So she's only a size 6, so we both agreed that she has to eat more macarons and then she'll be much better and a curvier girl. Like this. Voila. I do have a specific collection in mind that is very 50s, very much what I do is like a bustier top and a full skirt. And I'm planning to have something that matches the color of the walls, so it's going to be like a deep dye kind of dress, bustier party, evening wear dress. My typical client would be somebody young and fun who wants to dance and be happy. And I think that's what the vintage style is about. Just enjoying yourself, enjoying life, and just twirl everywhere you go. That's how it works. Sometimes, or quite often, people turning their head in the street, even people like my grandparents' generation, and just like pointing to their husband, like, look at that. And then I can see that they're looking at the big skirt twirling around and moving. And I think then I had people asking me if I was doing it. So I was like, well, it's only my own right now, but it gave me the ideas of what can I do that is different as well from the shop and that you can't really find. And that's where I put the modern prints in it, which are very funky in a way, which you wouldn't really find in the olden days. The fun part as well with the dress is they have elastic or shearing on the side. So that's before the macaron and that's after the macaron, and you can eat as many as you want.
My illustrations done again by our my artist friend about Frenchifying Scotland. So she's got Greyfriars Bobby. It says that's better Bobby, and it's a French poodle. Glasgow kisses would be better with tongues. I'm not sure how you want to interpret that. And Rabbie Burns with a moustache. That's better. That's better, Rabbie. So again, that's our signature handwriting logo. And I must show you the logo for the business that reflects my style, and that is the beehive and glasses look. Barton Baker is a French DJ team or duo, and they take old French songs from the 20s, like one by Josephine Baker, and they jazz it up, not quite club music, but very different music. And it's got a good beat to it, and we'd be playing music like that it's sticking to those roots, those vintage roots, but bringing it up to speed for today. So, and Edith Piaf, obviously. But I always thought I was born in the wrong era. My first concert was Andy Williams, not even Boyzone. So yeah, just born in the wrong era. But we're bringing it back, Caroline and I.
Habig mór an macarons ar I dhéanamh sa kitchen a súnis ahín, agus as sé bec an lá in a fiú, mi dhéadh hawl haiad nocach. Fuchach de Rachel gym fysgol y fwyg djeddi I chéchen, sgym I corym ag slua ag y fale I hyn I iachin began de iech tri faris.